So make sure the box ticked. That was it. The only reason I sort of clicked on it was because I looked on my my phone and I said, crikey, why hasn't it gone onto the defense bit? So yeah, it's something I'm gonna have to play about with, because obviously if I don't really like it in two parts, but it is what it is. So hopefully people will be with us shortly. So it looks like people are back on now. So yeah, if you want to go through your defense again, as you were saying.
Cool. Oh well, I'd barely. But basically, this is pretty much the setup I use every single team, every single defense. 3 on the line, spread as wide as possible. So if you want to hit them, you're committing people to the line, which means you've got less people in backfield or less people to do stuff with in your first turn. If I've got people with strength, it depends who I'm against as to who ends up on the line. Right. Sometimes it's cannon fodder, sometimes it's people with strength 4. Yeah, just purely depends on whether I think they're going to get knocked down or not. Or if they've got strength 4 guys, if they haven't got strength 4 and I have, my strength 4 is going on the line, so that they need 2 assists.
Right. So you're basically trying to get as many of their players taking out one of your guards.
Yeah, I'm willing to take. Well, you're going to take 3 hits in the first turn. I want to make those 3 hits occupy as many of their players as possible on the line, so spread them all out. I know some people will like bunch up and do guard and stuff. Even if I've got guard, I ignore it for this set for defense. And then both the wings are the same. Set it back 2 so you can't get caught by a quick snap. Stick 1 just offset from that against near the sideline. If you want to hit either of those 2 guys, again, if they blitz into one of those 2, you're probably in a bad position, or you're committing yourself quite early to a wing, and I can try and get them into surfable position within 2 or 3 turns. That's kind of why those guys are there, and to make sure that if I'm against elves, they ain't gonna just go to the races straight away. And then the 4 in the middle, as I said, sometimes these get set back 1 or 2 squares if I'm playing against speed, so that they can cover the backfield a bit better. There's the end of my turn. Otherwise, they are where they are. Yeah, it's set up so they can sweep to either wing. I always like the big guy safe.
Right. Okay.
Regardless of what skills they got, I don't want them being taken down on the first turn. I want them 9 times out of 10 they're blitzing in to the into the middle of the pack. Then normally you end up with like a bit of a pile up in the middle of the pitch, or left or right. My big guy wants to be piling into that hopefully he's got guard, and he wants to take out anyone there who's got guard, and then put as many tackle zones down as possible so that everyone else gets beneficial punches. That's kind of it really. I run that setup constantly,
and it's done well for you.
Yeah, I tend to find I've actually had a compliment on it on chat of someone. They were setting up their attack against it, and they were looking at it and were like, actually, I can't really see an easy hole. It's similar to something I've seen on Bloodbowl Tactics, I think, online. Yeah. We do like the PDF guides. But I think I bunch up a bit more around the middle. I think theirs is like a 3-4-3 or something like that. Mine's a 3-3-5.
Right.
Was set up. So, yeah, I've varied it a little bit, but I seem to have my best results with this. And as I say, I use it pretty much every single defense.
That's it, isn't it? You go with what works for you. And my only concern with this setup is I'd be too scared if I had some good players, because obviously none of my players are really getting protected. I could basically hit anything. Because if you get rid of the guards at the front, if I want to hit, say, this Orc lineman or the thrower, I can get to them. I can get to anything. Well, what's not a bad thing, because like I say, I like your philosophy of that. At the end of the day, you're gonna get the hits. You get your hits, but long as I'm in the position I want to be in, and obviously I can then counter attack and maybe even counter serve or whatever team I'm using, then obviously it's going to help. I mean, like I said, you've got some nice pieces in the backfield, so obviously if someone tries to go up the sides, they can do, but you can recover. So it's a good defensive build. I
think it's just adaptable. That's what I try and that's the theory really, is that I don't know what they're going to do on the first turn.
Exactly, and both sides are covered well enough, and then you got middle covered as well. So it's a nice setup. The only thing I would be worried about, and that's just through bad experience more than anything else, is, oh my god, I can't hard nothing. What do I hard? I can't. I mean, But
Well, I
it's
think
not.
the
It's a
only
nice
thing I hide is the big guy. As I say, I like to hide the big guy. Anyone else, if they
Yeah.
want to hit him on the first turn, they're going to hit him on the first
Yeah.
turn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless you put them somewhere where they're not getting involved until turn 2 or 3, and then what's the point in them being on the pitch? If that's the case, you could hide them in the dugout. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's a really good thing. So I'll concede and give you the win. You deserve the win. I'll concede that one there. There you go.
These guys haven't played a match in years anyway.
Yeah, so the Bright
months.
Crusaders are pretty bright. They see all them orcs and think, you know what, I aren't having any of that. Yeah, excellent. That's a really nice setup. It's always good to see other people's setups and their thought process and how they work, and that's a really nice setup. And like I say, if it does well for you, then that's fantastic. And you never know, some people might watch the channel and say, you know what, that's a fantastic setup. I'm going to use that against him. That's usually what happens when we give help.
I hope not.
So usually what happens. So jolly good. Now then, so that's that bit done. I do like that part of the show. The only concern is it just keep disconnected. I don't know why it did that.
Yeah,
I'll have to play about with it because this week it just means doing 2 parts. It's not too bad for people to just click on another video, so it's not too bad. So now then, down to the nitty gritty. What everybody wants to know is we're almost at the point now where it's going to be the end of the season, and we're going to go to the business end where the teams what qualify will be going into the do or die playoffs. And I tell you what I really enjoyed on the Xbox last season was I apologise, I don't know if it was Tizzle Bizzle who did the competition where he had it all out.
Tizzle, yeah.
I loved it, and obviously I think I was joint top with him. I think it was him and me, or I was joint top with somebody, and I loved it. It was a real nice.
I didn't vote for either of you. I have to be honest. I didn't vote for either of you as being the winners. But,
well, no, now that everyone says my tips are usually curse. So it's quite funny to get most of them right. But it's just another thing. What I'm saying is what I like about the community is little things like that. What people go out, just put some time into. I think gives it that nice touch, and I'm hoping he's going to do it again this season. And 32 teams this season as well, so it's going to be fun.
There's a lot to gamble on. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So let's get on with the teams then. So shall we start with the Nagel team not doing great? I want to look at these before. I know you're not a big.
If we must. No. I think they're a great team. Honestly, do.
Just don't want to play them.
We've had chats over over Messenger when we played, and
oh my word! Look at the TV on them. 2001.
He knows how I feel.
Oh dear. Oh my word! Look at this. Oh, this is certainly the team. If I get into the playoffs, I'll draw. They're nasty. Yeah, they're lovely,
they're horrible. And this is. Remember I was saying earlier about my bad experiences with Polygon?
Yep.
Yeah. This is they. This is they. Sorry, I won't use bad language, but yeah, this is them. Yeah, those 2 claw Polygon pieces, the warrior and the pestigore, they're an absolute nightmare, and they just remove players for a laugh. Constantly. It's he uses Polygon differently to how I've seen it used, because I've always been told, if you don't break armor, don't use Pylon, or if you get a KO, don't use Pylon, because your odds are sort of significantly reduced of actually getting something really good. So I only ever use it if I get a stun, a natural arm break, and then a stun. Then I've got a good chance of popping an injury. But no, he'll use it regardless. Knockdown, no arm break. He'll go in anyway.
Yeah,
I think it's a bit different. Get an armor break off it.
I think it's a bit different for Mighty Blow claw pieces. I think that sort of philosophy is more, without claw, because that's usually what happens. If you've got Mighty Blow and Paladin on, the rule of thumb is if you don't break armor, don't bother. You're better off keeping him stood up unless you're in a desperate situation where you need them. I think when I play, I play Nagel a lot, I will unless it is unless he was sort of like protecting my ball carrier, there's a reason why not to. I would be piling on every day of the week because that's what they're there for. And having claw, claw's a big thing. If I didn't have claw, then I would be like with you. More times than not, I would not be piling on. The only time I probably would do is if my opponent was armor 7. I think that's the sweet spot. If you got mighty blow and armor 7, then a lot of times I'll be tempted. If I'm if I'm mighty blow and a dwarf and I don't break armor, then I ain't gonna waste it. But if I've got claw, oh yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna use it. So I think that's what it is. Regarding knockouts, yeah, if I knock somebody out, unless they've really annoyed me and I am bothered about winning, I will let the knockout just stand. It's very rare.
Well, I see it as a pitch removal, and that, 9 times out of 10, that's good enough. If they're off the pitch, then you don't have to worry about them, and they might come back depending on when in the game it is. But they still might not. So
yeah, and it depends if they've got any babes or not. If they've got 2 babes and it's a 2+, then maybe I might think, you know what, the chance is coming back. So you know what, let's try and get him completely off the pitch. And the thing is, obviously, the annoying thing about Nagel is he's got 2 killers. You may take his killer out. You may kill it. But the thing is, he might regen. And then he's like, oh my god, he's back again.
He's got 3. He's got 3. He's got another Mighty Blow Claw knocking about as well. He just hasn't got Pylon yet.
Yeah.
I imagine it's in the post. You know what I mean? It's one of them.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. I'm sure he'll be getting that. But I mean, this is what you see a lot of with Chaos and obviously Nagel is this is how they do it. They feel that if they play these kill teams, they need the removals. I mean, I tried a team on the PS4, a Chaos team, what wasn't killy. And, I won a lot of the games, but I was just getting whooped because obviously the way the community is, a lot of teams build to kill. So I had this team what was like really good agility, could move the ball, but they didn't have much punch. And I ended up getting beaten by like elves and stuff like that. So I was like, God, it was so frustrating because I didn't have any strike power that I realised, you've got to really have some sort of, beef and killy on these teams because if you don't, you're gonna struggle, and I sort of don't blame people who do this. And like I said, you don't want to be playing this guy in the playoffs, do you? This is your worst enemy because the thing is, if you beat him,
I was about to
what's
say,
gonna be left in your team?
The number of players you'll have going into the second match or the match after.
Yeah.
I mean, the last thing I want to be doing in a playoff is carry journeyman. Normally, I'm not that fussed about it.
Yeah.
But in a playoff, you know that every team you play against is the best of their race or second best of their race. They're going to have probably not this much TV, but you're looking at 1500s and stuff.
Yeah. I think you sort of want
the last thing you want. Yeah.
The sort of thing you'd like to see against this guy is something like a Wood Elf team, because he's because obviously they're armor 7, they don't really care. He's only got 2 tackle pieces, and one of them is a bloody sneaky git data player piece as well. So. If he runs into like teams like Wood Elves or dodgy teams with a lot of blodge, he's going to struggle, I think, unless he gets lucky with his power dice. There's a weakness.
2 tackle,
but one of them's a rotter and he's got data play and sneaky git, so it's a bit of a bizarre. I would have been tempted to sack that guy for 130k because crikey, he's way overpriced. He's supposed to be there to remove players, not. I think he's a bit too
true.
Low,
if he gets sent off, it's a bit of a.
And the other guy, the Nagel Warrior,
and only 3 guard as well, actually, which isn't a lot on.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of kill teams not have much guard. Their philosophy is you're not going to have many players left, so it doesn't really matter about guard. If you run into some like an Orc team with plenty of guard, he may have a slight problem. But yeah, this team's scary. I mean, we were looking for weaknesses here, like you said. Lack of guards a weakness.
Well,
and tackle.
I think I've played this team 3 or 4 times with my Killer Chaos, and I might have won one of them.
Right.
I've definitely had a spanking off him a few times, because it's not only that he's got a Chaos kill team on the go, he's got really good positioning as well.
Yeah.
And will set it up to 2-1 grind or 1-0 grind very, very efficiently.
Yeah. And so as well, that
scary team, well coached.
That strength 5 Nagel guys are going to be paying the backside as well. So he's got 2 tentacles as well, so it's good for like things like gut runners and stuff like that. This is, I mean, looking at the teams I've seen, I just wouldn't want to play this team. I really wouldn't. I
would love to play this team with Skaven. Actually, I'd feel but my Skaven aren't anywhere near the team value
Yeah.
to actually do it.
Yeah, I mean, the
I
thing
hate
is, I mean,
playing them with my Chaos because they're just outclassed completely. But I'd love
Yeah.
to play them with my Skaven.
I think the teams that are going to do well against these are the agility speed teams. I think. I think they're going to be the teams what are going to do better against these, because a lot of coaches now know how to get around disturbing presence, have a good idea. But him having 2 tentacle pieces as well is going to be a pain in the backside.
Yeah, well, it's a team like this. It's get 2-0 up, and if you get 2-0 up, I think you're there. You know what I mean? It's one of them.
It's getting there though, isn't it? That's the thing.
It's getting. Oh god, yeah. I'm not going to say it's easily, but
but yeah, I mean, oh god, yeah, yeah. I mean, the annoying thing is on the PS4, the teams I never want to play is the teams who get drawn against. So it's like, you know, if I somehow by some miracle got through the back door and qualified, I'd be like waiting for the live draw, thinking, you know what, you just know I'm going to get Nagel. You just know I'm going to get Nagel, and then there you go, Nagel, fantastic.
I don't know if they're seeding this year. Actually, they were talking about it.
No,
at
I
one point,
don't think so, unless the admins have done something differently. To my knowledge, there's no seeding; it's just complete random. So unless
just a draw
the
again.
Xbox have got something completely different, what they've not told anybody else. Because obviously, with me being a PS4 admin, obviously we all have our own chat with Nethos and that, so we all get to talk about stuff like this. I did bring up seeding, months ago, and I don't think people was that for it, because they're like the
Not
random
too keen.
aspect.
Yeah.
So I think it will be a random aspect again. So finishing top doesn't give you any benefits, unfortunately. But there you go. So that's that scary team out the way. So we'll get off that before we press ourselves anymore. Now then, what else have we got? The Goth Guards is a team I wanted to have a look at.
It's GOFF in it before.
It is. See if I can find it. There they are. An Orc team. I don't know much about the coach, Hero Jones Nan.
It's Jeff, and I'm apologise in advance. Nauman I don't know how to pronounce his surname. But this guy called Jeff is another one of the Fable guys.
Right. Okay.
Well, he's one of the. I think he admins one of the leagues actually, or runs one of the leagues. And he's a really, really good player. Yeah, he is a really good player, and I'm struggling to think. I don't think I've played him very often, and I definitely don't think I've beat him ever.
Okay. Are you onto his team?
But yeah. I mean, they're efficient orcs. Really, it's what you want out of orcs.
Yeah, plenty of mighty blow. 5 mighty blow pieces.
I'm a big fan of that on orcs though, because you're going to get a lot of hits anyway. I mean, once you've got block onto your black orcs, actually I might have gone with guard as a second.
Yeah,
skill
I usually go with guard,
mighty
but
blow.
I think this guy's got some sort of
But
thing
the blitzers. Well, I had a team in Salt League in Fable.
All right.
Last season, which is like a before the team builder, you just farmed up a team or did a team however you wanted to do it really. So you could cheat, you could win, you could trade wins, whatever else, and just build a team however you wanted, up to 2,000 TV, and then the competition started with everyone at 2,000.
Yeah.
And I built an orc team that was basically, I think I had 12 block and 9 mighty blow and 8 pylon or something like that. And
awesome.
And an orc team like that is a match for a chaos team, I think. You know, you will kill, and when a pinch comes to it as well, you will score, because if you need to, you've got your throwers knocking around, a goblin if you really want, and you can still score in a pinch rather than having to just rely on that removal grind 2-1 grind game.
Yeah.
And I think that's what he's trying to build here, if I'm reading it right.
Yeah.
Is block first across the board, then mighty blow.
Mighty blow.
So primary removal, and then with the plan B.
Trip's just come in chat. Tripper, who's a PS4 coach, he's basically saying outstrength orcs equals dead orcs. So he's basically saying about there's not much guard. So if he comes up against a developed team with a lot of guard, it's going to have a problem getting them dice on the opposition. What's a fair point? I mean, the thing is, if this team got drew against that Nagel team, it's going to get minced, isn't it? Even with the 5-6 inducements.
3 claws would would really enjoy seeing this team, because the main thing about orcs is the armor.
Yeah,
You
and
know, armor
obviously
9
claw
pretty
makes
much
that a
universal,
mockery.
and claw just laughs at that. And with claw mighty blow, it's basically armor 6.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't not dislike what he's done. I think the problem is he just hasn't played enough games to develop the team, because they need guard. They desperately need guard. I mean, like I said, if all these Black Orcs have got block and guard, and he developed his blitzers a bit more, then all of a sudden you think, oh god, this team's got a great chance of winning the full thing. But there's so many teams, because he's so undeveloped. There's so many teams. What if he goes into, he's gonna need a bit of good fortune. Otherwise, he's just gonna get bashed on big time. Like I said, there's so much claw in. There's so much claw in teams these days that armor 9 isn't.
I think the second place orcs are actually much more developed, and are probably going into the playoffs as well.
As a wild card spot.
Have you seen those?
I don't. We can have a look at them. What's the name of the team?
Blood Axe Clan.
Oh yeah, we've actually had a look at these.
Mouth's team
before, but it's the cool named Mouthy Barbecue, if I remember.
I love that tag. I've no idea where that came from, but there we go.
Yeah, this is a much better team. But again, you see, they played more games. But yeah, this team. Oh yeah, I'd like to see this team against an Nurgle. We'd have a right good scrap. Because even if if the Orcs got beat, they'd take a few down with them, I think.
He's got a bit of dodge sprinkled in there. Well, there's just the one actually, but yeah, a bit of pylon. I don't know, just a nice little mix of skills. There's different players doing different things. A fair bit of guard actually.
Yeah,
and that's literally just about to say, like, there ain't much guard knocking about in the metagame. It doesn't seem.
I mean, like I say, with the Nurgle only having 3, he would be able to at least outguard him, what would help. And obviously, he's got the strength 4 Black Orcs, what will take on the Nurgle warriors.
Strength 4 Blitzer there as well.
And a strength
5 Black Orc.
So this you'd think out of the two teams, this team would have a better chance of going further in the competition, just because they're more developed than the other team. But yeah, this is a nice team. I can see this team causing problems, and it's always fun to see piling on a troll. That's always a funny animation. If not disturbing.
I ain't seen it actually, to be honest.
It's quite disturbing. It's as disturbing as the orc cheerleaders with the tassels. But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't seen it, I strongly recommend watching it. It is quite funny and disturbing at the same time. But yeah, I mean, the Blood Axe Clan, I just hope he gets through because he's called Mouthy Barbecue. I just love the name.
Mark's a really good player as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get him in my Xbox team. But yeah, I mean, like I say, that team, that's a good spot. That team looks a lot better, to be fair, because he's played a lot more games. So there we go. Right, let's have a look at the team. Right, let's have a look at this Ogre team, because we haven't seen an Ogre team so far on the show. The Fisters, I do believe they're called. These have played a lot, and I think these will probably quite comfortably qualify for the Ogre spot.
Yeah, there's no Ogres even close. I have
some bizarre reason.
Because we were a bit late catching up with each other. I was going through a load of stuff on the whatever it is, the website that tells you where people are. But yeah, these are well above or well beyond where any other Ogres are in terms of team value and points and stuff. So
I've heard a lot about the coach, but I eventually played him not with his Ogres, with I don't know if it was his Necro, and we had a really good game. He played really, really well, so he's a good coach, good solid coach, I thought. He obviously likes playing his Ogres. He has a lot of fun. I've seen him on his Twitch. He seems to enjoy playing Ogres. And like I say, all it takes is the Ogres to have a few good dice, and they can cause carnage. I mean, it's a shame for him that he's one of his block Ogres has got only armor 8, but they are strength 5. Nobblers are.
I mean, getting a hit in on him would still be difficult anyway. So with strength 5 and
I like
guard
knocking
about.
He's got 4 guard there.
You'd struggle to get a shot.
It's going to be annoying. I mean, again, another team I'd like to see take on the Nurgle. That'd be a lot of fun. All this big strength, too big. I mean, we just need to see a lot of death, don't we? That's what we want to see. Teams matched up will like to kill each other. That'd be fantastic.
Oh my life.
But yeah.
Sorry, I've just noticed he's got the full 6 Ogres and only 3 rerolls.
Yeah, well,
So,
hey, let's live.
That would worry me. That would worry me if I was coaching these guys.
Yeah. I mean, it could possibly get. I think when his teams develop like this, I would be looking maybe for another team reroll Or yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. I think you're probably right. Three's not terribly bad, but yeah, you really want 4+, especially if you've got 6 ogres on the pitch at once. But
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's a good chance. Well, 1 in 6, so yeah, you're looking at 1 bonehead every turn, pretty much guaranteed.
yeah, and he's got his diving tackle nobblers as well, so he obviously wants to harass with his nobblers. So obviously, if the opponent doesn't have tackle, then there's a good chance these aren't going down. The only problem with nobblers is only strength 1, aren't they? So most people get 3 shots at them. But if you can work these nobblers alongside a guard ogre, it'll work in his favour, obviously. But yeah, sorry, what was you going to say?
I like all the break tackle, actually. I've just noticed that.
Oh yes, very good point. 5 break tackle.
5 out of 6 with break tackle, which is
and the
really
key
nice
thing as
because
well. And the key thing as well is because they haven't got loner, it can re-roll the unlucky rolls of 1 as well, can't he? So it makes them extremely effective.
Makes them very mobile, really.
Yeah.
When you're looking at 2+ with a re-roll for most dodges that you'd want to make.
Yeah.
Possibly even cage breaks, actually, with those sorts
4+ cage break, so you could do that.
I'd do that.
That's why, like you said, having the extra rerolls would probably help. If you could get a few more rerolls in there, I think that would help quite a bit. So I think that's the only thing. Like you said, I like his team. I like he's got guard. I like he's got blocking a few things. I like he's got his break tackle, and he's obviously got a stand firm guard guy there as well. So he knows what to do, and he knows sort of what his game plan is and what skills he needs.
I wouldn't have put block on the nobblers if I was honest. I think I would have gone wrestle there. I don't know why, but I feel wrestle rather than block would be the
I looked at things like that because if you got wrestle, it's just that obviously you need to get 2 guys into the cage, and then obviously, you could probably get 3 because it's 2+ with a reroll most of the time. So you'd have to get a few in there, but yeah, you could do. I think basically the way people look at it is that they just use a brute force of the ogres with break tackle and strength and stand firm. But yeah, it's something I actually looked at when I did the rosters on the ogres. And block's probably there. He's just trying to keep 1 nobbler alive to maybe be the ball carrier. So yeah,
true.
I can see why he's gone there. So, but yeah, it's a good team, and it's one of those teams I can't wait to find out how well they do in the competition. Now then, the next team we're going to have a look at is, if I'm correct, he's an ex-champion, Tominator. Did he not win the championship? Have I got it completely wrong?
No, it's Tomidus. I think
you know what?
Won.
I get them two mixed up all the time.
Yeah, you're not alone. No, Tomidius won. Tominator's good as well. I think Tom is we have a lot of Toms in our group. It does appear bizarrely.
For some bizarre reason, I cannot find him. Let's have a look. I'll go the other way. I'll look. That's why, because I've got the in there. Right, okay, we're good now. Right, here we go then. So his team is an Underworld team called Finally Warped. So we'll have a look at those. I do like Underworld. I when I did the roster, I had so much fun thinking, oh wow, this team could be awesome. The problem is keeping them alive. That's the problem with all that armor 7. Let me know when you've got there.
What the hell's going on with that troll?
Oh yeah, with the big tentacle.
Is that tentacles for trolls? Oh,
yep,
God,
that big fat tentacle. Yeah,
that's disturbing. That is. Okay.
It is. Is that the first time you've seen it?
Yeah, that's the first time I've seen that. Not sure about that. Oh no.
Yeah, I would say that looks a bit weird. That doesn't look right compared to when you see all the other little ones. Yeah, that looks a bit bizarre. But yeah, what do you think of this team?
I don't know Underworld very well at all. To be honest, not a team I've played or really looked at all.
Well, basically, everybody can have mutations.
Nice
everybody can have mutations.
Yeah,
I've heard
they're meant to be like a non-kill mutation team.
I tell you what, I wouldn't go that far. Crikey, you Storm Vermin, no problem, might blow kill.
Well, not with these guys, yeah.
Yeah, he's done his differently, but it's interesting.
I like Storm
Underworld.
Vermin with strength is a lovely piece. I had one of those last season.
And I can tell you what, that next level up will be Claw.
Oh, it's Claw. All day. Yeah, I had one, and basically, the best role he filled in my team is I knew where the blitz was going every turn.
Yeah.
I just knew where the blitz, and you could draw teams to him. Yeah, they want a couple of assists, and they want to blitz him. So you put him over wherever you want to get get everyone away from the ball, put him there, and yeah, everyone will just go and punch him in the face all day long. He didn't last very long, obviously being used like that. Yeah. But pieces like that are amazing for just drawing teams to them.
That's it. You try and
it wins you games, rather than
Yeah, I mean, I do like.
But he wins your games.
I do like the troll. The trolls are so nice on these teams because obviously automatically you got claw if you don't roll a double, and obviously this guy's done it really well. He's obviously got claw for the killiness. He's got tentacles to hold things in place.
To hold people.
He just needs block now. I mean, I presume if he doesn't get blocked next, he'll either go guard or stand firm. I think.
And he's got a nice thrower as well, actually. So
yeah,
like he's built
agility 4,
team.
movement 7, safe throw, accurate, sure hands, obviously, very nice. So he's got enough for as well.
Four goblins to throw into the backfield. Looks like he plays a spread passing game. Actually, I really like this team. Actually, I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I think he could go. It could be a surprise package. I do like this team, and I'd just be trying to play a few more games with this team just to try and get him a bit more developed. I do think he needs a few more pieces. That's the only problem. He's only got 12, and when you've got armor 7 mainly across most of the board, you're going to be losing players. So that's the only issue I would have with this team is he needs a bigger bench. In my humble opinion. So there you go.
They might be similar to Skaven. I like to keep Skaven like 12 players most, and just keep your team value low. You'll lose players, and it's guaranteed you'll lose players. But I mean, people coming off the bench tend to be not very good. So
these are
I think it's arguable as to.
That's the problem. These are stunty, so they're going to be more. Goblins are stunty out there, so there's more likely to get splattered. And like I said, only 40k as well for a goblin, so you've got it.
Actually, yeah, true, yeah.
Bench wise, I think personally you need a few more than that, but that's just me. So they're the sort of teams we're looking at. I mean, is there any other teams what really spring to mind? I mean, the only thing I said to you is one thing I did notice on the Xbox, a coach called Elder Caveman. I was really impressed with him when I played him. His positioning and. The certain coaches when I've obviously played on the PS4 as well, and I look at him and go, yeah, he's good. He's really good. Not just good,
I've definitely
but really good.
Played him, but I don't know him in real life.
No,
I've definitely played him, and I know he's good.
He's one to watch out on people if you don't know much about him. Elder Caveman. He could probably sneak in. Maybe I think he's trying to sneak in with Undead at the moment. He's got a 2-1 record. He drew with my Chorfs, I think. He's a good coach. He's a really good coach. So there's my dark horse for today. I think
my one to watch. I was having a quick look at this earlier. The top Khemri. I hadn't actually realised this is SL Hunter.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, which I didn't know he really ran a lot of those. I didn't know he ran Khemri, but he is one of, for my money, he's one of the best. Oh, why is that not coming up? For my money, he's one of the best coaches
on the Xbox.
On the Xbox, I can't seem to find his bloody team now, annoyingly.
Ancient All Stars. Yeah, I'm just looking at them now. I mean, the only negative is they're not very well developed. He's got a nice Mighty Blow block on one Tomb Guardian. The other 3 Tomb Guardians got nothing. He's got a couple of data players, but that's about it on his skeletons. But the plus point is he's got a few bits and bobs on his splits, rise and throwers. So, but he's going to be getting.
I think he'll have a good run, even though he's not developed this. It's not a well-developed team. I think he'll have a really good run. As I say, one of the best players I've seen.
Yeah, and that's it, isn't it? Really good coaches can just win with anything. And obviously, that Nagel team only beat him 1-0. That not doing great. So he gave him a good run for his money. So
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he's running Khemri because there's no money down this season, and he's viewing it as a fun season.
We found that a lot on the PS4, where a lot of the champions, the ex-champions who usually go with the big teams, they've all gone fun teams this season, just because there's no cash involved this season. So that basically, and that's probably what he's done. He's like, you know what, I'll have a break from my nose, just try a different team, and then obviously next season when it's real serious, we'll go back to what we do best, sort of thing. But yeah, I mean, like I said,
although you say that, like Tamidius, who did win last season, I think he's got a sort of half intention that he's going to be bringing different teams every time. He wants to qualify a different team every time he qualifies. So I think that's quite cool. Test breadth of play, as it were, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I do on the PS4. Is I do a lot of that different races. I mean, I've qualified every season, but most of the time, even though I've qualified every season, I've spread it between races. Like I've got there with dwarves, I've got there with Necro, Bretonnians, Nurgle, Chaos, Dark Elves. So it's like, because you sort of learn the strengths and the weaknesses if you play different teams at a high level, and I always think it's a good thing to do. And obviously I agree what he's doing. It just makes you a better player regardless of what happens if you win a finals or not. It just makes you know, like I said, how
to play against them. I think
is
if you play them, you know how to play against them, definitely.
Yeah, because you know what you can and can't do with them. So it's always a good thing to do, and it's always something I recommend, especially for coaches who want to improve their game, to do that. And that's the best way to do it, in my honest opinion. So now then, soap on the box. This week we are talking about.
Can I have half a minute to go and grab a beer, mate? And I'll be right back.
Grab yourself a beer.
Sorry.
It's all right.
All right.
Go over a beer, and I'll talk about another team. So while he's gone to grab himself...
Oh, yeah, cool. All right, then.
You on. While he's gone to while he's gone to grab a beer, we'll have a look at another team. Ooh, God, which one shall we have a look at? Let's have a look at the Brutal Deluxe, shall we? Yes. Might as well have a look at his team and see how his team's getting on. So just bear with me one moment. There we go. TV is 1790. Let's have a look. Right, okay, so as we can see, he's got interestingly, he's gone from a piling on Minotaur. That's interesting. We're going to have to ask him about that. A block case warrior guard. He's got 2 case warriors what need leveling. His beastman, he's got 1, 2 mighty blow claw, what's useful, and then another 3 mighty blow. So he's got plenty of mighty blow in the team. So obviously there's 6 mighty blow pieces. So obviously his job is to try and get, as a lot of case do, trying to get the opposition down on numbers. The main concern here is he doesn't have a ball carrier. What is he doing? There's no ball carrier here. He's embraced the chaos and killing everything. That would be my concern with this team. There's no ball carrier. And 2 pieces of guard, maybe needs a bit more. I mean, he's played enough games. I mean, crikey, 31 games he's played. So he's definitely played a lot. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes. So there we go. Seems to, like I said, he's already said he seems to have a bit of bother against the top Nurgle team, doesn't he? But this is the sort of team on a going day, it's going to wreck your team, and even if you beat him, the chances are you're going to lose a few of your players. So that is an issue, obviously. But at least he's gonna, at least by the looks of it, he's definitely gonna get into the players with his team. So that's always good, and it'd be nice to see him go against the Nurgle team. I'm sure he'd love that. But yeah, they're not bad. They're not bad. Let's have a look. Who else have we got while we're waiting? What else can we have a look at? Let's have a look at Chelsea Zola's team. Polka Kings. Why not? Wood Elves. Obviously, Wood Elves won it last season. Can someone else win it with their Wood Elves? Let's have a look. There we go. So I mean, this team, Polka Kings. It's a bit bad. It's got a very that's a shame. I'm just looking at the Polka Kings. I was just about to say, look at that nice war dancer, strength 4, but it's agility 3.
Yeah, he's had a bad day. He had a bad day at the office, didn't he?
Dear me, yeah. That is a shame. I mean, he's still got his agility 5 war dancer, so that's going to be leaping on 2+ with strip ball. That'll do well. Oh, that is a shame. That is a crying shame for him.
The strength 4 one, yeah, that's horrible. Because
the rest of us will be happy as Larry.
If he was popping into cages at strength 4, that would have been horrible. Well, it's what you were saying the other day about leaping leaping beastmen and stuff.
I think it's the way to go. I think
I haven't
really
rolled
good.
a single double since then, so mine are getting
sod
loose.
slow,
There we
isn't
go.
it? Sod slow. So yeah, there you go. There's just another team. So we just have a look at them. We just had a quick look at Brutal Deluxe as well. So while he was gone, just I basically said, "Where's your ball carrier? Where's your ball carrier? You haven't got a ball carrier. Get a ball carrier."
Ball? What?
Yes, that's what I thought.
The game's not about the ball, mate.
Who needs a ball?
Their game's not about the ball.
Yeah, just beat people up. Absolutely. Right then, let's go on to Soapbox. This week, it's talking about bad losers. We know a few of them who like to abuse and kick off. Are you a bad loser? Do you throw controllers all over the place? Do you F and B at your opponent? Or how do you handle it? And go on, let me know.
I'm a bit of a mix. To be honest. It depends. If I have one bad game, I tend to be like, oh, okay, fair enough. These things happen, whatever. If I have a few bad games in a row, I get a bit on tilt and I get worse and worse.
Yeah.
I told you earlier. I did break a controller Wednesday.
Fantastic. How did you do it? What made you do it?
Yeah.
What made you break the controller? Come on.
I was playing against Blade, who was running the Chaos team, the first place Chaos team, who had overtaken me and already beaten my Chaos team. And so I thought, right, I'm going to run Skaven instead. And who do I run into at 400 TV better than me than his Chaos team? And I can't pick up the ball, I can't dodge, I can't do anything. And he had, and I mean, a beautifully developed player. He had an agility 5 beastman who, could do everything that my players couldn't, being Skaven, which was just driving me mental. And I think it got to about turn 15. It was 2-0, becoming obvious it was going to turn 3-0. And I threw the controller at the sofa, which I do sometimes do, just to sort of get frustration out without causing any damage.
Yeah.
And it bounced because I threw it so hard at the sofa. It bounced up and over the footstool, and then landed on my laminate floor.
Oh no!
And dice fucking everywhere, and game over basically.
So obviously you're already in a bad mood and then breaking your controller. Yeah, bounced. I mean, that's just it. You're having a bad game. You throw the controller at the couch. The couch bounces off the couch and then smashes all over the floor. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah. That was sums up the game, doesn't it?
That's the worst I've had, to be honest. I mean, I've never been one for messaging my opponents and saying horrible things to them.
Yeah.
I think that's a bit over the top. I'll sit in my living room and scream at the TV.
Yeah.
But I won't then take it out on the other person because at the end of the day, they've had good luck, I've had bad luck. If it was the other way around, I don't appreciate it if they start sending me abuse either.
Exactly.
So that's just one of them things. It's not their fault at the end of the day.
No.
As much as, in the moment you're like, ugh. And then the worst bit is, like, if I think I've had really bad dice and I'm like cursing myself and it's like, oh, this game's rubbish, blah, blah, blah. The dice feature now, I go in and every time I think I've had a shocker, I look at the dice and I'm like, oh no, okay. That was all me. That wasn't the dice. That was all me.
It is good, that dice log, isn't it? It
is, but at the same time, it's gutting as well because you can't really blame him anymore now. When you look at it, you think, oh, actually, no, I had all right dice. I just didn't play my best, didn't play well, or got outplayed or whatever. And it's. I think I've got better since the dice logs come along because now I'm like, well, before I lose my rag.
Yeah.
I'll see what the dice log says.
Yeah.
Because it might be that actually I'm just not playing well.
Yeah. What's a fair point? I mean, the way I always look at it is treat people how you'd want to be treated yourself. So it's like, it's one of those things where I'm just as bad as you. So I'll f in this and f that, and I'll get annoyed. But obviously, that's just like at the TV or you're moaning in chat or whatever. You don't actually go project it to your opponent because it's like I say, it's not his fault. It's just one of those things, and this is why I have issue with certain coaches, as we know, who just basically just troll or use homophobic comments or use nasty, pathetic, messages or slag people on Twitch and stuff. You know what I mean, don't you?
There's things like if people do stuff like that though. Honestly, I'm not even out to win a game against them. I'm out to just kill their team.
Yeah.
And ruin their day. And it don't matter what team I'm playing. I could be playing. halflings against them or Skaven or whatever, and I'm going to be fouling turn 1 through 16. Whoever your best TV is on the field, I'm going after them.
Yeah.
And you can have the ball and do what you want with it. I'm just going to go after your TV and ruin your day, mate.
Yeah.
I
mean, like I said,
that's probably just as bad, to be honest. But there we go.
But the thing is, there's no need for it, is there? There's really no need to, I mean, like I said, there's a few. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to go into the most famous one, but it really annoys me because the thing is though, the thing what annoys me more than anything else is when I get abused. And to be honest, it's very rare I ever get any abuse apart from that guy who will not be named. We'll go into a bit of Harry Potter mode. The guy who will not be named, we won't usher his name. The thing what annoys me is it's like, all right, he's abused me or I've been giving all this smack talk. I can take it. But what if it's a new player? What if a new player's got the game? Oh, wow, this looks a great game. It plays this guy or girl or whatever, and they start messaging him, saying effing this, effing that, or, throwing disgusting comments at him. It can put people off, can't it? And I think on the consoles, we strive on having a good community. We can't afford losing plays because somebody wants to be a dick about it, And that's the thing. I think that annoys me more than anything else when I get people who, and like I said, it's very rare because I think console players are a top draw. They're really nice. The Xbox crew are really nice, and obviously they made me feel very welcome.
I'm running through like my messages now to see like how often it happens, and I'm struggling to find one where someone's give me a proper reason to think, I don't want to play you again, mate, or I'll destroy your team if I see you. I mean, even that guy I can't remember if we were on stream or if it was before actually, but the guy I was mentioning before, he was like, he just constantly complains about his dice even when he's winning.
Calcium equal best.
Even
guy.
Him, that's the fella. Even someone like that, it's just like, well, yeah, you haven't given me reason to dislike you. It's just that you're a bit of a try hard and a sore loser and whatever. And it's just annoying rather than me thinking, you're a proper wrong un or whatever. He's not a wrong un. He's just a little bit, probably like his 16-year-old kid or whatever as well. You know what I mean? It's one of them. Similar to our famous friend who shall not be named. There we go.
Yep, should be named. I know what you're saying, but I just think I get it. It's a frustrating game. I really do get it. I'm the same as everybody else. I think the difference between me and a lot of players is I can rant and rave and I can bitch like anybody else, but I'm always still focused on the game. It doesn't throw me off it. And I'll tell you something, I've had it before where people who shall not be named have been on their Twitch and called me various things. And you know what? It doesn't knock me off my game at all. It just makes me want to try harder. So it's like I've said on my streams, you know what? You want to intimidate me? You want to do certain stuff? You want to threaten me or call my play crap or whatever? Just keep doing it because all it's going to do is make me better. It'll make me try to beat you better. Because sometimes when I play games, I can't get my... I won't say I go through the motions, but I play it at a certain level. But if some people annoy me, they get my A game because because the madder I get,
then you
the better I play, the harder I get. And if I see some guy, or girl, or being disrespectful, then it's like, okay, you've now got my attention. You've got my full attention. What's never good, and it's not a case of I go like you say, I'll wreck his team because I don't really play like that, but. There's games, obviously, when you're about and you're just chilling out or you're talking to your kids or whatever, or whatever, and you're not totally focused. Someone like that starts talking crap. I'll be like, right, guys, be quiet. I'm dealing with this guy now because this guy needs to be put down a peg or two. And
you're a better man than me then, because honestly, I go for blood if I.
We can do. I think most people do. I think if you've had a bad day and the salt levels are high, then you're more likely to be stamping and doing everything you can to wreck his team because you're having a bad day. So I get that, and I've done that before as well, and fouling and all that sort of stuff because you can't win. So I sort of totally get that. It's just that to me when people try and manipulate or intimidate or stuff like that, like I say, you there's so many, not all coaches. There's so many coaches what do kill teams. And they're like, I'm gonna kill your players, and you're scared that you're matching me, and you're gonna kill my players and all that. And then as soon as you start killing his players or injuring his players, he runs away. They run away, and that's really annoying me. When you've got kill teams, when I have a kill team, if you're beating the crap out of me, I'll take it, because you know what? I probably deserve it, because the amount of times I've killed other teams or wrecked other teams, I deserve it. One thing what I really annoy is when people continuously, I'm not on about once every blue moon, I'm on about teams continuously, and this is not one person I'm aiming this at, where they have kill teams, and as soon as they start going against them, they'll quit straight away. And it's like, oh man, just take it. And it does annoy me, because most times you've been on the receiving end of it. It's like you against that Nagel dude. He's beating the living daylight to you, and then there's this one chance you're getting the better of him. And if he turn around and said, you know what, see you later, and concede, you'd be like, you feel cheated, because you've took all these beatings, and then as soon as you beating him, it's now I'm off. I'm see ya. I'm gone. I mean,
I think the one game I did beat him. To be fair, I mean, I don't think I've ever got heavy removal against him. He's got heavy removal against me a couple of times. But normally, literally, it's just outplaying me as opposed to outbashing me, which is bizarre, because you've got two teams lined up who are pure kill teams, and now he'll just outplay me rather than outbash me. And neither of us really got good armor breaks, apart from a couple of occasions.
Yeah.
But he stayed for the 1-0 that I beat him. So yeah, that's
it, isn't it? I mean, that's what you try and do. I try. I mean, this is the first season where sometimes I've just conceded just because I just can't be bothered. It's just been a horrendous season, and you get that sort of thing. But the amount of times I see kill teams go on these merries and they cause carnage, and that's fine. That's what they're built to do. But as soon as they're on the receiving end, it's like, nope, concede, and there's certain coaches what have massive history over it. It's like, I don't know, just annoys me.
It's a bit, what confuses me is the league is set up around wins. You need to win games, and you need to definitely not concede games, because if you concede too many, then you're out full stop. So it's kind of self-defeating in a way. I mean, if you want to do that, fine, do it. But there's every chance you're not going to make the playoffs, because you haven't got enough wins, or you've conceded yourself out. So why even? I don't know. They seem to be playing on a different metric to what's actually scored. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, that's it. But then you get quite a few of these
it.
guys. You get a few of these guys who concede a lot, and then they'll complain like, "Oh my God, it's not my fault. I've had disconnects." And it's like, well, no, we all know that most of them weren't actually disconnects. You actually decide to concede, and they're the first people to complain if they get knocked out of the competition. And they'll try and blame on something else. But there's been a lot of times where I thought, oh my God, I really should concede, but I've stuck in there. And Blood Bowl's a fickle game. You just need a few dice going the other way, and all of a sudden, from things I could have conceded, I've either ended up getting a draw or a win, and it's you just gotta hang.
Yeah.
So
anything like 2-0 down or better, like where you're 2-0 down or better, I think you've still got a chance.
Yeah, and the thing is,
4 turns left, 2-0 down. There's every chance.
You can, even if you can't win, you can sort of like still get experience for your teams, and you can play it like so you can say like, all right, I ain't gonna win, so I don't have to put my team in danger. I just have to pinpoint what I can hit. Is there any weak armor 7 pieces? Is there any pieces with ninjas I can go after, and just get myself some XP? Because like I say, I got beat 3-0 today. That's the biggest defeat I've had for a long time, but I hung in there and I got 2 level ups. Now, if I'd have conceded, I would have got them level up.
Yeah.
And it's all a case of just hanging in there and, and having a bit of self-respect as well to, every so often, yes, we have to concede, but people concede way too much these days. They find it the easy way out.
Well, I had a guy, in fact, literally the first game of the champion ladder this season was me against I think he was a halfling coach, and obviously he was there for halflings are silly and whatever. But I got an injury on the first turn. He conceded, and it's like, what were you expecting to happen with?
With halflings,
you're running
did you
halflings.
think no one's going to get hurt?
What did you? Yeah, it was just bizarre, and just straight away quit. It was like it might not have been turn 1, but I definitely didn't make it like through the first quarter of the game, and he quit, and I was just like. But that's just weird, mate.
It's crazy the way that happened, though, isn't it? It's like really, really. Weird.
I do rage quit. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I do rage quit. I've probably had 3 this season, I think, including the controller breaking. I would have finished the game if I hadn't broken the controller.
If you break the controller.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was kind of rage quit by default. But I have actually properly rage quit twice as well. So I do it.
Like I say, it can happen.
I'm not going to pretend I'm.
Yeah, it can happen. I mean, like I say, it's just that when people just do it, just for the fun of it, because they can't take a beating. The certain coaches will have a reputation for that, and it's like, I don't know. Everyone has a different personality. Everyone's different. And it just in my, like I say, I conceded with dwarfs on the Xbox because it was one of those where I was trying to qualify with team, and I was like, I don't really want to play dwarfs, and I beat someone, and it was a good win against one of the big teams, and I was like, do I have to? And I played him again, and I played Elder Caveman, and everything just went wrong. I thought, I just can't be asked for this. I don't want to qualify with dwarfs, so I just conceded. What's unlike me, but so we all do it. It's just that certain coaches. What I've noticed with kill teams, it's all right when they get the kills, but as soon as it goes the other way, they don't want to know about it, and they do it consistently. It's just a little bit of annoyance from me, and I just think it's a bit of a sore loser when you're doing it all the time, because it's like, what, you've enjoyed killing teams, just for once, let someone beat your team up, But
sit back and take it, yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, the number of Chaos Warriors I've lost on the Brutal Deluxe, I mean.
Yeah, you've lost a few
because I was taking some of your build advice.
Oh yeah, my fault.
I had at one point it's blatantly your fault.
Blame me.
At one point I had 4 Chaos Warriors with block.
Yep.
And 2 or 3 of them had guard. Right. They're all dead. My Chaos Warriors just keep getting killed on that team. It's annoying. I can't get them past level. I think I might have 2 with block now.
It happened. Yeah, you have. It happened with me on my Chaos team. People just kept dying. It was just annoying, and then my strength 4 agility case warrior had looked after, and there was a game where it was actually Tripperus who had killed a lot of my players, but I was like, nope, I'm saving my apothecary. 10-16 rock splat. I've got an apothecary, that'll save it. No. And that was it. After that, it was like, well, our team's just been that kind of bothered anymore. But I saved that apothecary, and the apothecary basically never did anything anytime I had it. But it was like, no, let's kill it. It's only got a badly hurt. Nah, don't worry about it. Let's kill him. It'll be safer. It'll be better for him in the long run.
Yeah, it'll be better off. Better in the long run.
So I sort of sympathise with your pain when it comes to with losing a lot of Chaos players. If you won't get much sympathy because
I've got that fella. I'm sure you noticed because you said you were looking at him when I was out the room. So that armor 6 claw guy who is he's got to be protected. He's cards marked, basically.
Yeah, he's
cards marked. I don't care. He's gonna die.
He's gonna go down swinging.
Die. It's just a case of whether he gets to the playoffs or not now.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? It's gonna be go down swinging. That's the best way to do it. Right then. We come to the last part of the show, and this is really important, buddy, because obviously the battle of the consoles, the PS4 is whooping the Xbox backside. So you've got to come to the party. Now Tripperus today did extremely well in his questions.
Say that.
He got, let's have a look. He got 5 right. So 5 out of 6 right he got.
Okay.
So no pressure. It's obviously going to be 60 seconds. And you can have a maximum of 10 questions. So if you don't know them, pass, and we can always come back to them if we have time left. The clock will start after I've asked you the first question. Are we ready?
Yes, go on. Well,
okay,
no, but go on.
Here we go then. What score did last season's Champions Cup final finish?
2-1.
Correct. What is the stat of a hobgoblin?
6-3-3-8.
Oh, wrong. Which coach was knighted the Cast Slayer after defeating Calcium Cast in the playoffs in Season 7?
Let me think. Lord Jargonius.
Lord Jargonius, correct. How much does a Chaos reroll cost after one game?
100k?
No. Which elf team can have 4 blitzers? Which elf team can have 4 blitzers?
Dark elves.
What skills does a Bretonnian blitzer start with?
Oh, they're shit. It's like, sorry, pardon my language. Blitz, catch, and dauntless.
Correct. How many catches can you have on a human team?
4.
Correct. And that is it. Oh, I was trying to get a last question in. But
Oh, that felt all right.
You did extremely well. Let's have a look.
That first one was a complete guess.
Was it?
2-1.
Well, yeah. What score did it finish?
That just came out of nowhere.
2-1. You was correct. The Wood Elves obviously beating the Lizards 2-1. What is the stat line of a Hobgoblin? You were so close. 6-3-3. You said 6-3-3-8. It was 6-3-3-7. Unfortunately.
7.
Which coach was knighted? The Castley was correct. It was that amazing Lord Jargonius. I love that guy to bits. He's such a nice guy. But then again, you got the Chaos reroll wrong. I was like, oh my god. 120.
What is it then? 120.
Yeah, you went 100. Obviously, were you saying?
See, I don't buy rerolls. I don't care.
No, I usually buy them at the beginning.
Yeah.
Which elf team can have 4 blitzers? Yes, you was correct. Dark elves. So what's that so far? You got 3 right. What skills does a Bretonnian have? You said block, catch, and dauntless, and you was correct. So that was 4. How many catches can a human have? You said 4 as well. So you tied. Now, to me, that was a pretty good effort.
That'll do.
That'll do. So it's still 3-1, but I think you've done well because no other person on the Xbox has ever got 5 questions right. The best we had was Mutt with 4. So well done. Just
I'll have that for bragging rights.
Interesting.
That'll do.
So let's see if you would have got the next question right. What race finished top of Season 7 ladder? Would you have any idea? Finished top of the regular season.
Not the last one, the one before. I would have gone Lizardmen, I think.
Oh, you'd have been wrong. It was the Wood Elves. It was the guy who actually won it last try with the Wood Elves. So yeah, there you go. So don't even feel too bad. But 5 is amazing, buddy. That is probably one of the highest scores we've had. Unfortunately, Trip being the guy he is, he got 5 as well. So the Battle of the Consoles this week is a draw. So the PS4 team, you can still celebrate. It's still 3-1 to yourselves. But I think you'll all agree that was a fantastic effort from Yoshi getting 5.
How many weeks have we got?
Well, it basically goes on. It basically goes on till the final. So when the finals be done, we will call that the last week. So there's still plenty of time for the Xbox crew to get back on this.
Okay. So if I get in the playoffs, I need to delay then. Is what you're telling me?
Yes, delay until the Xbox get back into it. Absolutely. So we're done. That is us actually done. So thanks for everybody keeping us in chat, and I hope the people who'll be watching it on my YouTube channel will enjoy it. Thanks again for Yoshi to join me. It's been a lot of fun, buddy.
Thank you for having me, mate.
Really mate, my pleasure.
Really enjoyed it.
We'll definitely get you on again because you talk sense, unlike myself. We'll have to get you in my Xbox All Stars as well because you're not on there yet. So we'll have to give you a good piece. I know how much you like the catchers, so we'll probably make little Yoshi to a human catcher and see if he can actually be better than a Dark Elf. So that's us done, guys. Unless you've got anything else to say, buddy.
No. As I say, thank you for having me, and good luck to everyone in playoffs, unless you're into me. In which case, yeah.
And then you hope you die a cruel death.
I hope they roll 1s and skulls and cry and rage quit, basically.
And break their controls as well.
Good luck.
Yes.
And break their controls. Yeah, fucking 50 quid.
Yeah, quite an expensive thing to do.
But that was the worst bit of it, to be honest. I looked at it and was like, oh, my life. But yeah, anyway, sorry, I'm.
But it is jabbering. What it is, isn't it?
But yeah, no. Thank you very much for having me, mate. Really enjoyed it.
Not a problem. So that is us done for this week. Thanks for Jay back here for following me as well. Thanks very much. Always appreciate for people following on my Twitch. Like I say, guys, if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, it's a lot easier. All the videos go on there. It tells you when there's a new video out. So if you haven't subscribed to my Bernie Booth on YouTube channel, I strongly recommend you do because it's just a lot easier for you. So that's me done. That's Yoshi done. Good luck in the playoffs, Yoshi. Hope you run into that Nagel guy because I know you'll love it. And I will try my best to get the Xbox All Stars into the playoffs, and hopefully, if I've got enough inducements, we'll be able to do the hashtag in Griff We Trust. And as Tripper said earlier on the PS4 show, the postman always delivers. And if anybody wants to win a championship, create a character as the postman, because the postman character on the PS4 has won so many championships, and it annoys Trip. So hey, get yourself a postman. That's us done. As always, we deliver just like the postman. Take care, guys, and we'll see you next week when we'll know who is in the playoffs. And you never know, we might even have a few games played. So take care, guys, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.